name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And I think it's fair to say that progressive liberals are very angry. They're very, very angry and getting angrier. Now, if you weren't a progressive liberal and you're in the situation they're in, you'll be very happy. What situation are they in? They have complete dominance and control of every facet of society and government, right? So, normally when somebody of that outlook completely controls the world, they would be quite happy. But no, not with progressive liberals. I think the reason is because they know they're full of crap and they actually hate themselves. Because, why should they be any different from any other human being who also can't stand them? So even they can't stand them. But whenever anything happens to make them, they can be angry about, they get very, very angry, and they're very, very grateful to be very angry. They're very happy they can be angry. So what are they angry about today? They're angry about Ollie Alexander, the star of Russell T Davis's It's a Sin, very, very good show. I recommend it highly. Is not Doctor Who, right? They're very mad that he's not Doctor Who, and they say everybody hates him, right? I'll tag along those lines. We're going to read an article from bleedingcool.com. I think the propaganda disinformation arm of the progressive liberals, right? We're going to read an article with them. The writer, who's it? Adi Tantamende, how he pronounces his name, or her name, their name. I don't know. I don't want to gender you. We live in a freaking insane world. Why they're so angry. We're going to find out why they're so angry about everything. Before we get to it, can you hit the like button? Fan Dabby, double dozy. Thank you very much. I like to be liked, and I like you to express that you like me, okay? I do enjoy that, okay? That's one of the things I like. So if you can hit the like button, that'd be great. Could you hit the share button? Can you hit that subscribe button? YouTube has not been bothered by me so much of late. They let me get an extra 6 subscribers without taking it off me. Could you keep the momentum going, right? Could you keep the momentum going? Who knows? This David and Goliath fight could come out in our favor. Probably not, but even though it's futile, hit the subscribe button. If you are subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube doesn't want them to subscribe to me. No, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and of course, as always, go and check out my Indiegogo, which I haven't worked on this week at frickin' all, because I've had a nightmare week. I've been updating my computer. Finally, it's working quite nicely. It's working quite nicely now. But I got so much to update on it because I want to wrap up the campaign. So do go check it out. It's awfully cool. And, go check it out and buy some comics. I got this book over here. It's biblical with Bible stories of atheist creatures, irrational and rogues. This is 220 pages long, 180 pages story. I wrote and drew this. And if I do say so in all modesty, and this is a modest review, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. Almost as good. Maybe some may even say better. The Imperium, 105 pages long. I wrote this. The artwork is by the incredible Dominic Rancho. This is basically a love letter to telefancy of the 1960s. We got James Bond, Emmett Till, Doctor Who, Monkey in the Spacesuit, and a Black Slab from 2001, a bit of Prisoner, a bit of Thunderbirds, a bit of Callan, all thrown in together. It's freaking awesome. Go check it out. Again. It's in the link there. And if you buy both books, you get a ton of extras. Just a ton of extras. Like you get this poster, all kind of thing. It's the deal. It's a steal. It's the sale of the century, baby. Go check it out. The other thing to check out, of course, would be the reason you're here for this article. Let's have a read. It's Doctor Who, indeed, has a recent history of dancing around the LGBTQ question. Well, honestly, it seems to be the LGBTQ question is are the LGBs still aligned with the T and Qs? Because they don't seem to be, right? They don't seem to be the bestest of friends ever, right? So that would be amazing. But dancing around the I can't think of a show that's more embraced the LGBTQ question or the LGBTQ more than Doctor Who. Now, Doctor Who has a history of appealing to people who feel like they're outsiders. Which I guess if you're gay, you're lesbian, you're whatever, you're LGBTQ, you're gonna feel a bit like an outsider. You know, if you're a smart kid, you would often feel like an outsider. Whoever feels like an outsider kind of gravitates to Doctor Who. Well, not every, but a lot of people gravitate to Doctor Who because Doctor Who's an outsider and he doesn't care that he's an outsider. He thumbs his nose at it, and I think that's the thing that that we all us fans we hook onto and we just love. We love the Doctor because a hero that really does reflect us, and it really doesn't matter what his skin color or his sexual orientation is, as long as he's like an individual who's not afraid to be different. Which is really why I can't stand this Doctor Who here, because she's such a conformist. She's such a painful conformist. Which I just think is so sad, right? I think it just goes against the core of what is Doctor Who. Fine, so let's read this article. Last weekend, the British tabloids trumpeted that Ollie Alexander, the star of the Emmy-nominated series It's a Sin, would be the next Doctor Who. Yeah, they all went crazy. And they were all wrong, right? I mean, the only way I thought it could have been right, possibly, is if Russell T Davies was taking over Doctor Who, and he got on well with Ollie Alexander. He certainly did a great job in It's a Sin, but I think he did a great job in It's a Sin because, you know, he's playing himself essentially, like 30 years later, 30 in a different time, but basically himself, a young gay man, you know, that's basically who he is. So, you know, I don't think, like, you know, if they came to me and said, Tzvi, we want you to play a fat rabbi, I'm like, I think I can stretch that. Well, no, my first question is, what's the paycheck like? You know, listen. You can't take too much Jewy out the Jew. Let me tell you, that's the first question we're going to ask you. What? Yeah, you know, what's it paying? But let's say they met my rate, right? Let's say they met my rate, which is very low. I'll be like, yeah, I think I could do that. Fine. By Monday of this week, Alexander's agent issued a firm and official denial, as you get, albeit with a cheeky, pun-ridden quote from Alexander. We've been on this go-around before, ever since 2004, 2005. Doctor Who was coming back. The tabloids pundits claiming the latest big LGBTQ star at the time was going to be the next Doctor Who. No. They were saying people who are not of the norm, right? Not people who are somewhat outsiders. Again, that core trait of Doctor Who, or somebody who is not afraid to be different, and it kind of revels in their difference. So yeah, obviously you will get people like that who are gay, because why? Gay people, and this is something incredible. If you don't know any gay people, I recommend going and have a conversation, because you're going to find out something absolutely mind-blowing. Gay people are actually human beings, right? They're actually human beings with their own thoughts and feelings, and they sometimes think differently from each other. I know, crazy idea, but it's also true. So back then they declared Julian Clary was a bit of weak choice. Then Eddie Izzard would be the next Doctor. Eddie Izzard would be great. I mean, Eddie Izzard is just a fantastic, interesting, layered actor. What show was in? The Riches. I thought he was very good in that. He was the only thing in that first season of Powers that was in any way watchable. He's a great actor. He is a genuinely great actor. And I would have liked to have seen him play the role. But honestly, I just don't see the sexual orientation of any of the people who have played Doctor as being like any relevant element whatsoever. I could imagine Matt Smith being gay, David Tennant, John Hurt. Listen, he played the naked civil servant, played Quentin Crisp, and became famous. But I could imagine Paul McGann being gay. It's like but it's not. It's kind of like an irrelevancy, right? I listen. I was just looking over at my action figures on my top of my shelf, like above the camera. Or it says going over all the different Doctors, and I came across my action figure of Perry, right, of Nicola Bryant, and I'm going, yeah. And I often do imagine Nicola Bryant's gay, often in slow motion, right? Coming out of a shower. I'm not spelling coming with an O. Fine, let's carry on this article before I get myself bad. These were the pre-internet version of clickbait's calculated to sell more papers, and back then we knew it was never going to happen because the BBC were not exactly homophobic. Okay, most people at the BBC are gay. I mean, what's that Ricky Gervais show? Extras. It was Extras in the second season when he was doing, second or third season when he was doing his own show, right? He made it basically, it was the story of, inspired by him making, was it The Office? Anyway, Keith Chegwin was in it, playing himself. And he was like saying, work for the BBC, are they all still queers and Jews? Or something like that. So listen, I don't think there hasn't been, I think there's been a bit of a glut of gay people in the entertainment industry in general. You know, far be it from me to say gay people do skew to the theatrical. Can I cite John Barrowman as evidence, even though he's thoroughly cancelled. But I look, the BBC has no problem with anybody being gay. BBC have problems with people being straight. The BBC have problems with people saying they are being cis-het. You know, they're on that side of the equation, which is why they make unending shit that nobody wants to watch, because they keep having to like get EastEnders. Let's say that's very, very popular. Great, let's make it all gay. Everybody's gay. Oh, great, fine, okay. Like what? Like who was it that became gay and it was just like, oh, that's just ridiculous. Like Phil Mitchell's son or somebody else. Like, it's just, no. There was zero gaydar going on with that kid. That's back when I used to watch EastEnders. Anyway, so, yeah, not exactly. It's like they didn't want to hitch Doctor Who brand too tightly to an out LGBTQ actor. Really? I think if what's his name, Gandalf. Yeah, now I've just blanked on his name. Ian McKellen. Oh, thank God I remembered. I think if Ian McKellen or like Eddie Izzard had said yes, they'll be like yes. Yeah, they wanted a brand that they don't. This is complete insanity. This is complete insanity. No one's against you, mate. No one. You're not oppressed in any way, shape, or form. No one in the Western world is oppressed for their sexual orientation, unless they happen to be straight, right? And then, yeah, you get called names. You go cis. You know what cis means? By the way, it's the weirdest insult. It's CIS, stands for comfortable in your own skin. I'm like, that's a good thing, right? Isn't that a good thing? And pride, was a bad thing, but no, it's a good thing now. Okay, yeah, up is down, black is white. Just don't ride a zebra. You should be fine. No matter how much the public loves them, it's only a business decision. This is pure insanity. Pure insanity. Ollie Alexander is part of that pattern the tabloids love to stick to. You're looking really hard to see this in there. Doctor Who has already had LGBTQ fans. I think we've had a disproportionately high number of LGBTQ fans. Again, because I feel the Doctor is iconoclastic, right? Which, again, if you're an outsider, you want to look at yourself positively. You want to see being an outsider as being a good thing, right? And Doctor Who does make you see that, right? Because the Doctor is a character who will not go along with something for convention. Again, which is why I can't stand the current Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker, because that's basically what she is. She's a crushing conformist. Possibly more than in a science fiction franchise. We talked about the why. The original version of the show was always heteronormative on the surface. Dude, it was non-sexual because it was a children's TV show or a family TV show. But like I can't really imagine and remember sexuality being introduced into the character of the Doctor up until McGann's famous kiss. Well, not so famous anymore because it's so passé in '96. Up until then, it wasn't even mentioned. Yeah, that's why I got annoyed with what's that two-parter, Day of the Moon or whatever, where you had the guy talking to Nixon saying, "Oh, I want to marry someone," and Nixon's like, "Oh, don't be so surprised. I'm not as close-minded as you think. Is she a Negro?" And he goes, "Yes, he is." Because in the '60s, same-sex marriage. Let me rephrase it. In the 80s, same-sex marriage was an absurdity, was an utter absurdity that would not happen. The original version of the show was all heteronormative on service, and sexuality was never explicitly discussed in any way, shape, or form because it'll be completely inappropriate and derail the show. You know, listen. If you're worried that the Vord are coming, but like, oh no, the Vord are coming, but they look very sexy in their black rubber. I mean, like, no. Although Toya Wilcox, I mentioned it the other day in the documentary 30 Years in the TARDIS, did say the Cybermen look very sexy, right? Because of all that rubber, leather and rubber they're wearing. The Doctor was never your everyday strapping macho hero. He was mysterious and kept more secrets than most people live their entire lives. No, I don't get that feeling at all. Sylvester McCoy's Doctor, maybe. Okay, other than that, no. And this guy was Adi Tanneman. He isn't a moron, right? Ideology. Ideology does make idiots out of smart people. That's really what it does. It'll get mysterious secrets that most people and possess an air of outsiderness and others. Oh, good. We're agreeing. That's what I'm saying. That many of the LGBTQ kids identify with. Listen, I'm going to say with the classic LG. I think LG kids identified. I don't think people really realize they're bi until they've experimented being L and G for a bit, and then said, "Oh, yeah, I'll give the B a bit of a try." I don't think that there was maybe 6, maybe T people and Q. Nobody still knows what that means. Listen, I think it means questioning. If you're questioning, it means you're okay. Look, if having same-sex relations is in any way a viable possibility, I mean, voluntarily, a viable a possibility for you, that kind of means you're gay, okay? That's not Q, that means G. It's, or L, whatever. It kind of means you're gay. Actually, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, I digress. The old show kept gender and sexuality away from the episode. Yeah, we kept gender away from everything because back then it was a much easier world when you had men and women, you know. Also, you only had one type of milk, you know, moo cow milk. That's all you had. That's all you needed. When Rossi Davis revived the show in 2009, he wanted to reflect the present and included LGBTQ characters at every opportunity to the point where homophobes are pushing a gay agenda in Doctor Who. No, again, I'm a Bible-thumping creationist. I'm a rabbi, okay? I am totally Bible-thumping. And I love Captain Jack. Why? Again, this bizarre view of reality. I'd love to get this guy on my channel and just say, why do you believe that? This is all utter nonsense. David, Stephen Moffat, and Christian have made it a point to make the show more inclusive with LGBTQ characters. And how's that worked out? I would say even with the Moffat years, it really damaged the show. It really, people don't like season 10 because Bill Potts took every opportunity to say, "Ooh, I like me a bit of vagina." I mean, yeah, okay, great. I'm glad that you like it. Oh, by the way, you're black. I know, I noticed. Yeah, I'm glad that you like vagina. Okay. It's fine. You like a bit of vag? You know, whatever. Me too. Hey, me too. As reference, go back to see the thing about Perry being gay about 5 minutes ago. Okay, well, actually about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm totally, me too. But yeah, most people, and that I think was Capaldi's best season. Most people can't stand it because of that. Because I think the BBC's inclusiveness and diversity policy, which is, I think, the absolute opposite of that, is pure, unrelenting racism and bigotry. It's was creeping in. I think when Rusty Davis did it, he did it organically. And it was fine, and because he made a characters, that when it was fine. Oh, that first season of Torchwood, where everybody was trying a bit of same-sex, whatever, in every episode. It just seemed silly. It just seemed like a little bit like, oh, maybe something's straight, right? Like maybe what's the name? Owen. What's the name of the actor? Maybe Owen's straight. Yeah, with that first episode where he's like, when he picks up a girl and a guy, I'm like, yeah, no. I don't think I get the feeling he's straight. Was it Christian made the point? LGBTQ. Now, even the BBC has not commented, nor any columnist anywhere, on the fact that Chibnall has made Whittaker's doctor LGBTQ. Yeah, because you're not allowed to announce it, because it was all a bit, because you don't want, because then if anybody says it, right, if anybody on my side of the fence says it, they then can turn around and go, bigot, 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 you don't like rainbows, bigot, 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 bigot. Yes, exactly. But that rainbow on her chest is not, it doesn't say, I like a bit of cock, okay? It doesn't say, in fact, the rainbow on chest isn't saying I'm down with the LGBT, because everybody is, it's saying I'm down with the TQ, right? She's not a gay doctor, she's a binary doctor, or I can't remember, whatever stupid words they use for everything. Remember when he declared that the New York Comic Con that the Doctor is non-binary? Everybody has since acted like he never said that. Also, we acted like everything he put on screen didn't happen, because I don't think it did. Given the Doctor contains gender as canon, and of course S/E, she, he is non-binary. Again, I think you made a lot of assumptions in this article, and you're really, really shoehorning a lot of stuff in. Like, just a lot of stuff in there, right? You got a lot of personal agenda that you're putting into this article. Davis and Moffat hinted and danced around the issue, but Chibnall made it canon, and the Doctor is LGBTQ after all, albeit a low-key, non-explicit manner. It's not an accident that Whittaker's Doctor has a rainbow stripe T-shirt, no matter what what color the shirt is. Yeah, we know. I mentioned it like 2 or 3 minutes ago. So, yeah, this guy's nuts. Okay, this guy's completely nuts. BBC really, really, really likes the gayness, right? They really like gayness. They really like LGBTQ-ness a lot. They like it a hell of a lot. And I think they would look at you and go, what? We're not being gay enough? Really? How much gayer can the BBC get? And please don't answer that question. Although, yeah, in the comments, answer the question: how much gayer could the BBC get? How much gayer could the BBC get? Who knows or dares to dream? I dare to do neither. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.